So Tesla is now apparently worth $0 because Elon Musk tweeted something again, and now the whole company's destroyed. That's what I read in the news. Apparently nobody wants to buy a Tesla anymore. They're all selling their Tesla, and nobody cares about self-driving. Everyone said, fine, we're gonna walk ourselves, and all of the technology Tesla's developed doesn't matter. As a matter of fact, the whole EV thing, clean energy, we're gonna just abandon that. Because even though Democrats are in favor of EVs and clean energy, if somebody who is Republican does it, then that's bad, right? Because what really is important is that Democrats maintain power. It doesn't actually matter if we have clean energy, EVs, clean air, self-driving cars, less people dying on the road. All that matters is Democrats are in charge. So that's sort of the narrative right now that you're hearing, and that people have sort of eaten into. Panicked retail shareholders seeing their Tesla stock collapse. But really zoom out for a minute and you realize that in many ways this is a dream come true, what we're seeing right now with Tesla in the big picture. It may not feel like it because it just feels like this disaster. Oh my God, the stock is falling, everything's going wrong. But you think back to the early days of the Model 3. I remember the first time I saw a Model 3 in the street here in Los Angeles, and I was so excited. It was this crazy dream that, okay, we're going to create this mass market electric car. It's going to completely disrupt the auto market, and everything's going to change. And it seemed so unlikely at the time. But look at what's happened. That's exactly happened. There's Teslas all over. There's a Model S right there. And there's a Model Y right there. People are switching to EVs. There's another Model Y, right? I mean, this is a dream come true. This is what we dreamed of, to truly see this many Teslas on the road, and it's happened. And not only that, but the whole industry said, you know what? Tesla's right. Because of the Model 3, they said, you know what? It turns out you can actually make EVs profitably. And so they've changed their whole business. They've said, you know what? We're going to go all EV now. That just wasn't the case before. So you've seen this dramatic shift because of what they've done. Tesla has become one of the most valuable companies in the world. Even after the stock has drawn down 50%, it still is. And they said Tesla was going to go bankrupt. That's where we were at. That was the base case expectation. Instead, they've become one of the most valuable companies in the world. EVs have taken off. So many good things have happened if you don't just look at the stock price. People said that, oh, the cars will never be full self-driving. It's impossible. They can't do it with just cameras. Well, look, I've been driving around with this full self-driving beta all morning, or maybe for a couple of hours, making these videos, and I haven't had one takeover. So in many ways, obviously we're far away from it being good enough to be driverless, but we're also not that far away because it is pretty much already working. It needs me to monitor, but it's been able to drive around for a few hours without issues and handle some pretty challenging scenarios. That to me is beyond my wildest expectations for when I got this car. When I got my Model 3, my first one, it could only do lane keeping on city streets. We've seen that evolve to auto lane change on city streets, which it could do, summon, smart summon, navigate on autopilot, traffic light and stop sign control, auto park, and now this, the full self-driving beta, where literally for the first time it can do entire drives on its own with, in some cases, no human input. So, wow, that was one hell of a wave. So although people are crying, I'm still happy at how things have gone overall. And I think we've got some really bright days ahead of us. I think we're going to have some days where the stock is going to go up a lot. And I think the company's going to do very well. I think it's going to be the most valuable company in the world. That hasn't changed. And I don't think that Elon tweeting is really going to tank sales as much as people are imagining. You have to remember, only 33% of Teslas are sold in the United States. So, okay, a third of their sales are the US, a third are Europe, a third are China. And then how many people are really that political that they care? Less than you think. Okay. Do not enter. Wrong way. Well, let's not go there then. Looks like there was some kind of map issue there. But that was pretty close to where we were going. So anyway, the sky's not falling. The world will survive. And Tesla's brightest days are ahead of it, in my opinion.